Go ahead and hit that share button. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hit the share button right now, right now. Let them know Mimi the Motivator's on, and she's got a special guest. So make it happen now. I'll give you about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second to make that happen. And then we're going to get started. All right. So wherever you are tuning in live from, feel free to go ahead and drop something in the chat box and let us know where you're chiming in from so we can show you some love this morning. We love to show love. So let's get it started. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. I am your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator, and this is the Get Higher Motivation Show. I'm so excited to be back. We have a guest today, another speaker that is on the lineup for Get Higher Motivation Live 2022, Happy, Healthy, and Wealthy. So if you're interested in being happy, if you're interested in being healthy, and you're ready to get your wealth up, then this is the place you definitely need to be in, whether you are in the Colorado Springs area or chiming in virtually, because we will be in person and online. We are not going to let anybody miss out on this goodness. And please believe there is a lot of goodness going on. So before I get too excited and overly excited, let's have our food for thought as we always do. So today's food for thought is don't let your minimum be your maximum. Do not allow your minimum to be your maximum. So let's think about this, especially for my 9 to 5 people. I have been there. I remember when I worked a job and I would do the bare minimum. I only did enough to keep my job and to keep them from firing me and to keep a smile on somebody's face, even if it was just my own. I don't know. But just doing barely enough. Sometimes in relationships, we do just enough to keep the boo happy. We let them get mad. We let them go off on tangents and stuff. But if they get too far, then we do something nice to bring them back in, because we're still doing our bare minimums. If you have your own business, think about it. What does your calendar look like? Does your calendar look like you're doing bare minimum investments of time and energy into your business? Or are you maxed out and there's no gaps anywhere on your calendar? Don't allow your minimum to be your maximum. For those of us who are members of the Minority Mastermind Village, we just finished reading the 4 agreements. And the last agreement on that list is to always do your best. Always give your maximum, no matter what you're doing. We're even listening to the Earl Nightingale 30-day testing, and Earl Nightingale has challenged us to give more than what we are paid for, which means no bare minimums. Give your maximum. Allow your maximum to be your maximum. And know that the more that you give is the more that you will receive. So just think about that for a second. What would it look like if the universe maximized the results that you are receiving right now? What if your bank account was maximized to the limit where the bank said, listen, you can't put no more money in here? How would that feel? How would it feel if everybody in your life gave you their maximum? The maximum of whatever they could give, the maximum of their money, the maximum of their time, the maximum of their talent. But what if we only gave the bare minimum? That doesn't feel so good, does it? I feel like my voice dropped just talking about the bare minimums. Where the maximums makes me excited. When you give maximum energy to what you're giving, what you're involved in, more people want to be involved because they see you giving your all. That's why it's important that we put our whole self in and shake it all about. Do the hokey pokey and turn yourself about. We have to do that. We need to be giving our full maximum wherever we can. Now, understand your maximum will change from day to day. I have been under the weather. I stayed in the bed almost a whole week, and I'm still going to crawl back into the bed after this episode just to rest up some more, because I know that on Saturday, February 5th, I need to be prepared to give my maximum. The maximum to the audience, the maximum to the speaker lineup, the maximum to the vendors, to the people who are present, to the people who work behind the scenes that you may or may not ever see or hear about. They deserve my maximum. They deserve my best. We deserve your best. So start thinking about, what does that look like to give your maximum effort in every area of your life. Now, I know if you're tuned into this show, you're kind of used to me saying, let's be 1% better in one area of our life. But the way we're going to be 1% better today is giving our full capacity, max to the max to the max of whatever it is. Putting your whole mind into whatever you're doing, which means being fully present. So if you're working on a presentation, be fully present in working on that presentation. Don't be multitasking, taking phone calls and yelling at the kids too. No. Be fully present in whatever you are doing today. Be fully present with the people that you are with today. Even if you're at the gym, be fully present on that treadmill. Be fully present in that boxing ring. Be fully present in your meditation today. Being fully present with yourself, with the sounds surrounding you, with the sounds within you. Recognizing every movement that is you. When we begun to give our maximum, we will start to recognize that we get maximum results in our life from the people in our lives, from the businesses and organizations that we're a part of. They say you get out what you put in. So let's start considering how we can maximize our maximum, how we can maximize our minimum and stop giving our minimum away. Let me give me a little sip of tea. Y'all see this mug, World's Best Boss? Somebody blessed me with this mug. Let me tell y'all about who blessed me with this mug. Her name is Kimberly Connor. I love to call her Credit Kim because she came into my life with this whole credit conversation and changed my whole game. Made me reconsider my everything. Made me reconsider my whole character. This lady is an influencer. She is a community servant. She is a family woman. She is a businesswoman for sure. I have watched her transform over these past months into I'm not even sure what to expect next. It's like a butterfly that has popped out of the cocoon and her colors on her wings just keep on changing. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls love bugs. Let me welcome you, Miss Kimberly Connor. Hey, Kim.
Hey, Mimi the Motivator. Thank you so much for having me this morning. I'm super, super honored to be here. And so glad you're back on the screen.
Yes, I am glad to be back. I'm not 100% yet, but I am getting there. But what I know is showing up here, showing up with you, and showing up for my love books always gives me energy. It always gives me that extra oomph that I need. So I want to thank you for your healing energy and everybody that is tuning in today because I couldn't do it without you. I couldn't be me, I feel like, without those of you who tune into this show. And I know that Kim tunes in on a regular basis. So I want to thank you for tuning in and always supporting what we have going on at Get High Motivation. So I'm excited. How do you feel about being on the lineup of this year's Get High on Motivation Live?
I'm super excited to be on the lineup. I was just thinking about that this morning when I was doing my meditation. This is actually the third year. I met you at your first Get High on Motivation 3 years ago. In the snow. It was a few of us in the audience, but those that were in the audience was meant to be in the audience. And now look at me now. I'm on the lineup. I never
Yes.
imagined that I would be on the lineup. I'm super excited to be here. Not only that, you coached me to be able to be on this lineup as far as the Toastmasters is concerned, as
Yes.
far as the confidence is concerned, as far as helping me to unravel from that little cocoon to be the butterfly that I am today. So for that, I want to thank you, my queen.
Yes. Thank you. Y'all see that energy? Y'all feel that energy? Of course she had to be on the stage. Of course she had to be a part of this. Let me tell you how she has changed my life. Well, she changed her own life. So let me allow her first to share a little bit of her story of how she changed her life using the power of OPM. And I'm not even going to tell you what the OPM is. I'm just going to leave that right there. Go ahead, Miss Kim. Let them know something about yourself.
Sure, absolutely. My name is Kim with Kim's Credit Leverage. I'm the creator of Kim's Credit Leverage, where I teach people how to leverage what you have in order to get what you desire. So I I partnered up with an amazing company by the name of Nove that actually means new beginning. They literally changed my life by teaching me how to use OPM, other people's money. By using other people's money, that has to do with credit. Not only personal credit, but business credit, business funding, and so on and so forth. They pretty much helped me to go through the success ladder of using other people's money. So that's what I want to educate my community about. And that's simply how to get rich,
Yeah.
how to, I'm just going to put it in a phrase like this, if you don't mind, Mimi. The
Okay.
rich get richer by acting like they're poor. The poor stay poor by acting like they're rich.
Come on. Ooh, she just dropped the nugget already, and she hasn't even really gotten started. And it is so true. It is so, so true. It's people out there who look like money, especially on the Instagram. They look like they living the life. Some of them even got these stacks of money. And believe it or not, it's fake money. Instagram is the hub of fake news, okay? You can
Mhm.
be whoever you want to be for whoever you want to be it for, you know. But what we do know is that a lot of times that wealthy person is that somebody walking around with a t-shirt with a hole in it, and they go outside and they hop in some pickup truck and they go home to acres and acres of land, and they have
That-
money upon money in the bank. They have
That's you.
assets. They have they have assets not only for themselves but for their children's children. They have stuff to pass along. So would you rather look the part or be the part is what I hear. So what I hear Kim talk about all the time, and which sparked today's title, using your adult report card to access more capital. Let's talk about what is an adult report card and what's on there, Miss Kim.
Absolutely. The adult report card is actually your credit score. Okay. So when you're looking at an A credit, excuse me, if you're looking at an A report card, you're looking at an 850 credit score. Okay. If you're looking at an F report card, you're looking at somewhere in the 400s as far as your credit card is or credit score is concerned. Now, the credit score is made up of 5 different factors. A lot of us think that because we take off the negative things on our credit report, that our credit score is going to go up that 850 to that 850. That's not the case. So that's only because we're miseducated or misinformed and we don't know how to build credit. So while we're fixing your credit, you definitely want to build credit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we have to, what I believe is build it and battle it. Use one hand to build, one hand to battle. It's just like in business and in everything else. You're using one hand to build, one hand to battle. I personally, you all, let me tell you about my adult report card. I'm embarrassed. Well, at least I used to be embarrassed. I'm proud now because it's changing. My grade is going up. I think I can comfortably say I had an F on my report card. And it was because I had a lack of credit. No one ever educated me about the importance of credit. No one educated me on good debt versus bad debt. I thought debt was just debt and I didn't want none of it. I did not want creditors calling me. I did not want to be like my parent who I felt like used credit for everything. We get a new house, we're going to get all new furniture to go with it, as if something was wrong with the old furniture. All of this is what I learned over the course of the years was generational poverty playing out in my life. And sometimes it comes from a fear. So my fear was not not being able to pay for things myself. So I prided myself on paying for everything with cash. I bought luxury cars and everything cash. You think I was a dope girl or something, a dope dealer or something, the way I rode around in my cars. But I was destined upon making my money and using my money to buy what it is what I desired. Now I know better. And now I know the power of using OPM, other people's money. I don't have to use my money to do everything. More importantly, I've recently learned that I don't have to use my money to fund my business and to grow
Hmm.
my business. My business can have its own doggone credit score, its own report card. Let's talk about that. What's the difference, Miss Kim?
Absolutely. That would be business credit. So, about 85% of the businesses failed during the pandemic because they were too busy using their personal guarantee, which is their own personal credit. Had they been using business credit, they could have used the bank's money to fund their business, their own report card for their business credit, business credit, if you will. Now, the difference between personal credit and business credit is with personal credit, the more you use, the less they give you, or the worse your report card seems to be. With business credit, the more you use, the more they give you. So it's very important to separate the two entities so that you can be successful on your personal credit side as well as your business credit side. A business is a business and personal credit is personal credit. We need to separate the two.
Yes. I often hear you use the statistic that I wish I could remember and share with people. What does an 800 credit score mean for our family and for our community?
Okay, so an 800 credit score will bring you $100,000 worth of buying power. So what our main mission is to create 1,800 credit scores in your community or your state. So that's going to bring that community $100 million worth of buying power. When we talk about marching, when we talk about civil rights and stuff like that, we need to hit them in the pocket. We need to hit them through the economy. And the best way to do that is to improve your credit score and go out there and rightfully take back what is ours in the first place.
All right. Ooh, I love it. It sounds so like radical. I'm ready to get behind it and give me some credit up and go out there and get some money and go do some things.
We're
Yes.
talking about buying land, buying property, buying cars, not as liabilities, but as assets. So
Yes.
we're pretty much in the ownership preparation business, if you will. So we're teaching people how to start owning things. And the first step is get your credit up.
Get your credit up. So let me ask you this, Ms. Kim. What was the biggest game changer for you, like that credit has made for you? What was the thing that definitely changed your life that you were able to use credit or other people's money for?
Absolutely. The biggest thing for me is I'm going to say leveraging credit cards. I thought credit cards was I don't want to be in debt. I don't want to use credit cards and stuff like that. But credit cards is number one of the easiest way to start establishing credit.
Mm,
Number two, you can actually put your children on your good credit cards as authorized user. So I remember back in the day when my mama was putting me on the cable bill or the light bill, and she'll run that up and then it'll get cut off and she'll use my brother's social security number.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that was that statistic or whatever. But now I'm putting my children on my good credit cards so that when they run their credit report at age 18, they already have a credit history, and it's a good one, not a bad
Mm.
one. So the game changer for me is understanding how to use credit cards and keeping them below 10%, not 30. Just because you get a credit card don't mean you have free money, guys. It just means you're establishing credit to prove your credit worthiness so that you could get bigger things.
Ooh, okay, okay. I love this. I love this. So let me ask you this, because I recently learned that I don't have just one score that people are looking at. So what other kind of scores are on my report card that people are looking at?
Absolutely. They are looking at, we're going to say that your credit history is made up of five different entities. They're
Mm-hmm.
looking at your credit history,
Mm-hmm.
and they're also looking at your new credit and the length of credit, your payment history, and the amount owed. So those are
Mm.
the five entities. As far as the amount owed, we'll say that that's your credit utilization.
Okay.
Your payment history, of course, that's a payment history, missed payments or no missed payments at all. That's what we're aiming for, okay? The credit history is your length of credit. So you guys got to watch what you remove off your credit report, because when you remove something, they're taking that whole credit history. So if you had that credit card for 10 years and you just maybe had one or two missed payments, let's try to fix the missed payments and keep that 10-year of history, because that
Mm.
is a major factor in your credit history.
Yeah, okay. All right. I'm glad we talked about this because I think sometimes I hear a lot of people talking about paying off their debts. And what I imagine in my mind is that they're paying down these balances and then they're closing these accounts. But what I hear is that maybe we should not close these accounts. We should take in consideration the link that this account has been open because we can use it as leveraging power is what I hear. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I'm trying to think of, let's talk about this. What are you going to be presenting for your breakout session at Get Home Motivation Live 2022?
Absolutely. For my breakout session, I really want to explain, and it's a presentation that I did for my company. It's called actually The Bloody Mess, and how high interest rates are killing us, guys. So I
Mm-hmm.
just want to break that down, give you a little worksheet on how to calculate the certain things that you have financed, even right down to your credit cards, and compare it with the interest rates that you're giving or that you have. You know what I'm saying? So you could take like a $5,000 loan that you have with the 23% interest rate. It's going to take you like 30 years to pay that off if you only pay the minimum. So the
Mm.
bank can make $35,000 off of your little $5,000.
Oh
So
my God.
yes, I want to show you guys how to break that down. And if you have high interest rates, get your credit score up so that you can have lower interest rates, or
Okay.
how to pay more on your principal opposed to your interest, and get those bad boys paid down.
All right. All right. So if you are somebody who is attending, whether it is live or virtually, make sure that you get a paid ticket so you can be in the room with Miss Kim Connor so she could break these things down if this is something that is important to you, because it has to happen. We have to have a good report card. The report card didn't go away just because you graduated from school. We still have a report card. And there's so many people looking at this report card. They're looking at this report card to give you a job. They're looking at this report card to rent you a car these days. They're looking at this
Insurance.
in so many avenues of our lives, y'all. It's just not to go buy a house. So you want to be sure that your character is reflected well on your adult report card, aka your credit score. And if you are a business owner, then it's time to start taking the steps to build up your business credit. Your business has its own social security number, quote unquote, which is your EIN. And you can stop using your personal credit. Give it a break and use that for vacation or something. I don't know. But stop bootstrapping your business with your personal credit when you have an opportunity out here to get with someone like Miss Kim or myself to learn what are the steps to take, or allow us to take those steps for you. Little plug, to
Right.
make sure that you are in position to have all the business funding that you need. Part of business funding is what we need to grow the awareness that we exist. You can have the best product and service, but if nobody knows that you're out there, love bug, then you will not be generating income. And you did not start your business to just be sitting there and looking cute. You started your business to be profitable, to be productive out here in the community. So let's start making that happen. Let's use our adult report card to access more capital, to invest in our business, not into a big screen TV for the Super Bowl, but into our business, into our dreams, into our vision. So that way you could be like Miss Kim Connor and birth a nation. All right. So, Miss Kim, any last words for our people out here who are listening? Why should they come and see you at Get Home Motivation Live? Why should they come and see me? You tell them. They need to show
Okay.
up.
Right. You guys definitely need to be in the house. I'm telling you, you need to be there, come rain, snow, shine, or whatever. Because when we talk about getting high, we know we in Colorado, right? But we want to get high on motivation. It's all about the mindset. It's all about the environment. It's about the community and us collectively coming together to help each other grow mentally, physically, and financially.
That's right. That's right. And if you have tuned into the Get High Motivation Show, that means you obviously have interest in growing, because we are not just collecting here every week for the heck of it. We are coming together every week to get our mind, body, spirit, and finances right, because those are the four pillars of wealth. Wealth is not just the money.
Mm-mm.
So remember, love bugs, to increase your maximum. So that way your maximum is always higher than anybody's minimum. Increase the maximum of what you even charge. We didn't even talk about that, because when you start increasing your value, you should be compensated for it. So that's why it's important that we give our all and give our maximum. And let's also be sure that we are taking the steps to maximize our adult report card. I want to invite everybody to join us for Get High on Motivation Live 2022. The tickets are on Eventbrite. If you can't find the ticket, then send me a message wherever we are connected. You know, I'm on Instagram all day long. You send it on Facebook, I may or may not get it. But definitely reach out and get your ticket. Get your VIP ticket so you can have full access, especially if you're in the Colorado Springs area. We'll be meeting at Santiago's Boxing Club. It will be transformed. Get ready to be coming out in the lights and the smoke and all of that. Woo! Let's get ready to rumble. So if you're ready to get ready to rumble in your finances, get ready to rumble in your relationships, then be there, be square, don't miss out, because this is going to be an experience you'll never want to miss again. So I want to thank you all for being here. I am Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, host of the Get High on Motivation show. And we thank Miss Kim Connor of Kim's Credit Leverage, where they teach you how to use what you have to get what you desire. Bye-bye.